What if I told you that the biggest thief of your potential isn't bad luck? It isn't your circumstances. It isn't even the people who wronged you. The real thief is the moment you decide to settle for less than you're capable of. The moment you silently agree to live beneath your true worth. You know that sinking feeling. When you accept treatment you don't deserve, stay in a job that kills your spirit, or remain in a relationship that drains you. Deep down, you feel it. This isn't right. But you let it pass. You say nothing. You adapt to the cage. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." When you settle, you are lowering the value of your ambitions, and when your ambitions fall, so does your life. So today, let's confront this truth. You are worth more than what you accept. And if you want to live with dignity, purpose, and strength, you must stop tolerating less than you deserve. Every time you tolerate disrespect, mediocrity, or stagnation, you are making an unspoken agreement with life. I will accept this level of existence. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus taught that no one can harm you without your consent. This consent is not just about physical harm, it's about allowing your mind, your time, and your spirit to be treated cheaply. When you settle, you are essentially telling the world, "I don't need more. I'm fine with this." And here's the dangerous part. The world will believe you. Life rarely gives you what you deserve. It gives you what you demand, not with arrogance or entitlement, but with the quiet strength of self-respect. If you believe you are worth more but keep accepting less, you're living in contradiction, and contradictions erode your soul. Settling doesn't just hurt you in the moment, it shapes the person you become. When you accept less, you weaken your self-respect. You train your mind to expect disappointment. You close doors to better opportunities because you've chained yourself to the wrong ones. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." The time you waste on situations, jobs, and people that drain you is the time you'll never get back. You think you're buying safety or stability, but you're really paying with your life. Some people spend years in a prison they built themselves, a prison called comfort. They tell themselves they're being realistic, but deep down, they know they're just afraid. The Stoics were not dreamers who believed life would be easy. They understood pain, loss, and injustice, but they also understood that you control the standards you live by. Here are things you must stop accepting if you want to live with dignity. 1. Disrespect. No amount of money, status, or familiarity justifies allowing others to belittle you. Respect yourself first, and others will follow. 2. Mediocrity in effort. Don't confuse peace with laziness. Stoic peace comes from doing your duty well, not from doing nothing. 3. The excuse of, "This is just the way it is." That's the language of defeat. The Stoic doesn't deny reality. They shape it where they can and accept only what truly can't be changed. 4. Relationships without mutual growth. Love, friendship, and loyalty must elevate you, not hold you hostage. The Stoics would remind you, your mind, your choices, and your standards are under your control. Everything else is negotiable. Your worth is not. Some fear that raising their standards will make them seem selfish or ungrateful, but self-respect is not arrogance. It's alignment with your true nature. A Stoic does not demand the world to kneel before them. They simply refuse to kneel before what is beneath them. This means speaking up when you're being treated unfairly, declining opportunities that don't align with your principles, walking away from comfort zones that are really cages. Raising your standards doesn't mean you think you're better than everyone. It means you believe your life has a purpose, and you will not cheapen it by living without integrity. There comes a moment when something inside you snaps. When the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the fear of change. For some, it's the moment they look in the mirror and realize they've been asleep for years. For others, it's a betrayal, a loss, or a deep disappointment that shakes them awake. When that moment comes, the Stoic path is clear. Acknowledge what you've been accepting. Decide what you will no longer tolerate. Act with courage, even if the first step is small. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the refusal to let fear dictate your choices. When you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my worth, or am I shrinking to fit a life I've outgrown? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your worth is tied to how you use that power. If you choose to settle, you're giving that power away. If you choose to live by higher standards, you're reclaiming it. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, notice every time you accept less than you deserve. In your work, your relationships, and in your own habits. Write it down, face it, and then ask, if I truly respected myself, what would I do differently? That question can change your life, if you have the courage to answer honestly. You are worth more than what you settle for. But worth without action is just a dream. The Stoics would tell you, stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you take. If this message woke something up in you, share it. Someone else might be settling right now, and your courage could be their wake-up call. And if you're ready to live above the line you've drawn for yourself, start today. Because the truth is, life will meet you at the level of your standards, not your wishes. Stand higher, live higher, and never again accept a life that is beneath you.